Good morning and welcome to Istanbul. Today I'm going to show you Turkish coffee, and actually we're going to show you Turkish coffee and Turkish chai, Turkish tea. We are at a place called Mandabatmaz. There's a space between the two words, so Mandabatmaz. And we're on an alley off Istiklal. This place was recommended to me. Apparently it's one of the oldest coffee places in Turkey. So we're going to have Türk kahvesi, which is Turkish coffee, and Turkish chai, which is Turkish tea. Now I have tried heaps and heaps of coffee, and we have had countless chais in Istanbul so far. But I want to see what this is like, because a lot of people have recommended this place to us, saying that it's one of the best coffees in Istanbul. So here we are, and I'll see you soon. So my Turkish coffee has arrived. Now usually Turkish coffees come in a little tiny cup, and today I wanted a double because I've never had a double Turkish coffee before, and I'll explain to you why I ordered a double today and the differences, okay? So Turkish coffee, what makes it different? What makes Turkish coffee different is the grind and the style. If you love coffee, you love your espresso, your latte, flat white, cappuccino, you might not necessarily like Turkish coffee, because Turkish coffee is a very rustic style coffee. It's extremely finely ground, and what they do is they put the powder in the water in a copper pot, and then they run it over either a flame or hot sand, boiling sand, for even heat. And then once it starts boiling and it settles, they put it into the cup. Now when you put it into the cup, obviously some of the sediment is there. It's completely unfiltered. So what you get is an extremely earthy flavor, an extremely viscous, and quite you get some sediment on the palate and on the actual liquid itself. So what you do is, when you get Turkish coffee, I find that I let it sit and let it settle for maybe 2 to 5 minutes, and then start sipping it. Now, why I got double today is because usually when you get a little tiny Turkish coffee cup, half of it or a third of it is the sediment, and 2/3 of it is coffee. So I wanted more coffee today, and so I got a double. But I'm assuming that ratios are ratios, that 1/3 of this is going to be sediment, and the other 2/3 is going to be the liquid, the coffee itself. And be under no illusions that Turkish coffee is strong. Turkish coffee is strong in flavor. It's 100% Arabica bean. So unlike Asian coffees, it's not Robusta. It's 100% Arabica bean. So I will see you when I start sipping the coffee.
So I ordered a chai. I don't drink coffee. Yes, I am one of those people who do not drink coffee. So you see everyone have tea here. It always comes in this little cup. I think for the tourists, they sometimes have an option in a cup, kind of like what Henwood is drinking out of right now. And they don't serve it with milk. So I think if you were to ask for milk, they'd probably be like, what? You'll see some of the very, very touristy places, they do have an option with milk. And don't get me wrong, I have been tempted to ask for milk, but then I've had so many teas here or chais here as the people here drink it, and now I'm starting to really like it this way. So, but anyway, I don't know too much about the tea itself, except that it's grown here in Turkey and that it's a Ceylon tea. So usually, is it Ceylon or Ceylon?
Ceylon.
Sorry, Ceylon tea. So usually Ceylon tea is often grown in Sri Lanka, like Sri Lanka is known as the Ceylon tea growers, but Turkey also grows it. And I must say, like, the tea here has been really nice. But tea is one of those things, I guess the same with coffee or anything really, is that everyone makes it differently. So sometimes you get it and it's like very, very bitter, and sometimes it's just perfection. This one to me looks like it's going to be perfection, what I'm hoping for anyway. And you get these sugar cubes with it, which I think is beet sugar, and I don't drink it with sugar, so I'm just gonna have it like this. That is so nice. Like, it's so fragrant. Sometimes you get it and it's slightly more floral. Sometimes it's slightly more fruity. But yeah, like tea here is really the way of life. Like, there's some places that we walk past, they only serve tea, and you just have a bunch of people sitting outside drinking tea and smoking cigarettes. Yeah, I like it. It's good. Cheers.
So, I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm reviewing this coffee like a glass of whiskey that I usually do. It's more because I want to really articulate the sensation and the taste and the texture of this Turkish coffee, okay? So that's really what I want, because a lot of coffee drinkers might think, oh, it's just coffee, but I just want to say to you what it is. So anyway, I'm going to have a drink now, okay? I've let it settle for quite a few minutes. So, delicious. What's awesome about it is that it's chocolatey, it's coffee, it's earthy, but you can't escape that texture on your palate of the really fine, kind of almost sandy grounds. And that is because Turkish coffee is completely unfiltered. So you're drinking literally boiled coffee beans finely ground into a powder in a cup. And what I'm going to do is right in the end as well, once I'm finished, I'm going to show you the bottom of the cup, okay, right in the end, just so I can show you. Now, Karen is going to try the coffee. Now you're going to try it.
The thing is, I don't like coffee, so it's unfair for me to try it. I like the Vietnamese coffee because it was like a dessert, not... It smells really bad to me, I'm not going to lie.
So how do you like coffee?
No, I don't want to say it loud because the guys here and I don't want to hurt their feelings, but no one should listen to my opinion. I don't drink coffee.
We didn't need your opinion, we just wanted to see if you drink coffee.
No, no, I'm happy with my tea.
I'm at the bottom of the cup now, so I want to show you what I mean by the sediment in the cup. I just want to note as well that actually I've had a crap load of coffees here in Istanbul, and this is one of the better ones in terms of flavor, texture, and also the better one for sediment to actual coffee ratio, because you can't drink the sediment. When the sediment comes up, there's a little bit of that liquidy sediment, and you can drink that, but then after that it just becomes gritty, and you don't want to be that, you know, coffee junkie trying to drink that sediment. That's just horrible etiquette. But anyway, I'm going to show you now what the sediment looks like, and so you know.
Eat it, eat it. No,
I can't.
Did get some on the tongue.
Actually, it's not so bad because I like the taste, but it is, yeah, it is
and
quite.
Just for pricing, that's 35.
Okay, so for pricing's sake, this is a double. It's 35. Usually a single is 20 liras, but it's 35. So this is a perfect example of the more you spend, the more you save. And then the chai is, how much is a chai? Is 8 lira for the single. 8 lira. So it's absolutely awesome. This coffee is awesome.
So you're all happy that you're coffeeed up now?
I am happy that I'm coffeeed up now. I am now caffeinated. Yeah, awesome.